Hello everybody, if you're new here, I am your girl Cherono, and I know it's been a long time since I posted anything or I shared anything on YouTube, but the truth of the matter is I took a break. I took a break from YouTube. I took a break from creating content because life was happening. Life was really happening, and when life happens, sometimes you just take a minute to just let it be. But then we don't take an hour, we don't take a week, we just take a minute. And I took a minute, and I think I'm back. I hope I'm back. I also do struggle with procrastination or being consistent. Yes, and if you are consistent, are my master, and I am your servant. Because I do struggle a lot when it comes to just being consistent with most things. I think just most things in life. I don't know why when it comes to professional lives, we can set out our goals, we can have a to-do list, we can have quarterly goals, weekly goals, and we're able to achieve them. But when it comes to our personal lives, we are not so as strict. We are not as strict as we should be. But anyways, that's beside the point. Today I am here to share some good news. I am just so happy. Life has been happening, but it's not been bad. It's not been all bad, it's just been a lot. And so I think one of the things that I am here to celebrate, like, I think if you have been following my journey, you know that, you know where I started. Like, I shared content from when I was leaving Kenya up to this point. And one of the things that I was trusting God for was just for Him to be able to see me through and to help me be able to settle down here in the US and just to be able to get everything that I needed to survive, or just to be as a bare minimum, you know. And so part of the good news, or one of the, I don't know if I should start with the most, and then there's no most and there's no least. I don't know how to organize this, but maybe let's start with the biggest win. I think my most biggest win is that I eventually was able to get my green card. Yes, I was able to get my green card, and it was official. So in my head, in my mind, I had planned it in such a way that I would go to, like, the moment I got the mail from USCIS, I would like get the letter from the posts, from the mailbox, and then be able to show you guys my authentic or genuine reaction to all these things. But yeah, so didn't, the fact that I'm actually sharing it like this, it's because I never got to do it the way I initially wanted to do it. My initial plan was to give you a reaction of me opening the letter from the USCIS and celebrating, or just, oh, it's hot, it's hot out here. And I've switched off the SC because it's making noise for everybody. But yeah, so I was hoping to do a genuine, authentic reaction, but you know, we flow with the flow. Yes, I was able to get my green card, and so I don't want to show you my details, but I don't know if you can see that, but it says that United States of America permanent resident. I think that's clear right now. It's a permanent resident card. I think I'm learning why it's called a green card, because it's a literal green card. Yeah, so I think I was able to get this in my mail sometime in June last month. So it was last month, and I think it was during that time when Kenya was, I come from Kenya, so I'll be referencing Kenya most of the time. But it was during that time when Kenya was going through a lot, and people were were expressing their democratic rights to demonstrate on the street, just to be able to speak up openly about some of the leadership problems that we are facing, or we were facing, or we're still facing right now. And so led by Gen Z, Go Gen Z Kenya, they were out on the streets, and people came out in large numbers, and they were able to just speak openly and talk about some of the frustrations about the current government. So I'm not gonna dwell on that, but it was during that week. If you know when it all started, it was around that time. And then something else that also happened early last month, that was June again, 2024, I was able to get my work authorization. So one of the things coming through the K1 visa journey, we were not so sure how long the whole process was going to take. And so just to be able to help me be able to get employment before everything else is approved, we thought of applying for me to get work authorization, which is something that I have talked about. Let me see what that thing is called. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So it's called the I-765, which is the employment authorization, or in other words, it's called the work permit. I applied for this because I didn't know how soon everything was going to work out, and so I needed to be able to find employment as soon as I wanted to. And early June, that's when they were able to give me an approval. They sent me the approval, and all of these things I used the Citizen Path. That is the site. If you Google Citizen Path, it will direct you to a site, and that's the site that we used with my current partner to apply for all these things that I'm talking to you about. Just all from the onset, from the I-129F all the way up to this point, we use that site to apply for everything. It's not sponsored, and they give you like a guarantee where they tell you if your application is not approved, they will give you a refund, because they charge you a bit of fee for them to be able to just give you the additional help that you would need. But if yours is not approved, they say that they guarantee you a refund. But so far for us, everything has been approved up to this point, and so that's why I can willingly and openly share this resource to you. I'm not one to gatekeep about any information. If I know something, I'll definitely share with everybody. And so yeah, I applied for that, and so early June I was able to get my work authorization. The work authorization looks like this. Okay, I think that's much better. It's called a work authorization. It has a validity. For me, it was valid from April 2024 to April 2029. And so what this means is that I was able to go out and look for employment, and I would be legally allowed to work in the US. And then on top of that, when they sent me the work permit, they also gave me a social security number. And so what a social security number, with a social security number, it was somewhat tied to my employment, because I had not already gotten my green card. And so what that meant is that yes, I was legally allowed to work in the US, but then I wasn't like a permanent resident, and neither was I a citizen, but I was able to get to collect the benefits that came with the social security tied to that work permits. But then when I got my green card, this card, they were able to send me a second social security number, which is now open. It's now like it's just like for any other member of the US or somebody who is a citizen. It allows me to do anything that would it will enable me to collect any benefits that pertain to employment or any amount of money that I'll be able to earn from the US. At least I have my own social security number that is tied to me or my identity, which is such a big win. And I think for this video, it's more of a testimony. I just don't want to be like, hey, you know, I'm here, I did it, I got it. But it's mostly just to be able to give honor to God, because I know for sure all of these things are because of his mercies, his grace, and all his help. Like yes, we were able to wait, we were patient, we were all that, but I think all glory and honor goes back to God. And I want anybody who is going to watch this video, I think initially I was a bit apprehensive about making my video being preachy or preachy, because I know myself, I know I am not a perfect Christian, and I know God is continually working on me or working through me. And so I cannot like use his word or just be able to start preaching to people. But I think it's very important. It's my responsibility to be able to share to anybody who is watching this video and just say how everything is just God, and it's all about God, and it's only him. It's only him who has helped me get everything that I've managed to get up to this point. And so if you need anything, I would say just leave it out to God and let him help you, or just guide you and bless you to get to where you need to be. Because by ourselves, we definitely cannot achieve anything. Yeah, that's for sure. It's not like I am any special. It's not like I am anywhere near perfect. In fact, perfect and my name can never be in the same sentence. But I don't know how he works, how he does. His ways are his ways. But just, yeah, it's all God. Just leave it out to God, and God is there to help us. Like, that's very important. If there's anything you need to take away from my video, that's that's the bottom line. And I know I have been away so much from content, and I think I want to start being very consistent. I need to start also sticking to my words and being able to deliver as I should. And so that's something that I'm also working on. And I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I'm like, you guys are taking me seriously. Like, okay, yeah, take me seriously. Subscribe and all that, but I don't take that for granted, that some of you are actually subscribing to my channel and you're taking me seriously, or you think I am telling you one or two that is helpful to you. And I hope I'm being informative. And at the same time, I think I also try to listen to your feedback as much as I can. I know one of you told me, hey, stick to the point. I have a weakness of going off tangent and talking about things that are not related to the video, but sometimes that is intentional. And so if you see me going off tangent sometimes and I'm just rambling things, it's because maybe that was necessary. That was my point. But sometimes, I need to stick to the point. But the point of the video is I have my green card. Yes, I have a green card. And I know my sisters, I have 3 sisters. And I know they were like they were calling me Auntie Wamaju, Auntie wa US. I think now somehow I can accept that title. I can be able to be like, maybe. If you don't understand that, it just means that auntie from the US. It means differently. I don't know. When you translate it, it loses its original meaning. But yeah, I think, so my sisters, what was I even going to that point? Oh, so my sisters are the ones who also give me feedback, and they tell me, hey, especially my twin. I have a twin sister who is like, hey, in that video you are really trying to speak, how did she put it? She's like, yeah, you are really trying to talk as if you have like a proper English, and that's not, it's not like that's not me, but she's like, that's not, you are really not being yourself in that video. So just try to be yourself. And I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for some feedback. But yeah, I'd like to get as much feedback as I can, and let me know what type of content you'd like to get from me, because I am here to share as much as I can. But I think as much as I share content, we take moments to celebrate wins. And so for me, I will hold this glass. Okay, it's water for those who are wondering. Nobody was wondering, but in case you were wondering, this is water, and I'm taking, look at me drinking even before I make a toast. You see? Yeah. So this is a toast to like all my wins, all the small wins that we have managed to accomplish, and even just all the wins that we have managed to accomplish. We need to be able to take moments to celebrate them and just marinate in them and just enjoy them, because these are like miracles that we might take for granted, and I don't want to take it for granted. I am so grateful to God, and all the glory, honor, and adoration goes to Him. Nothing was about me. It's everything is about Him. And so this is a toast to all the wins that we have managed to get up to this point, and glory be to God. I am so happy, and I thank the Lord. Cheers. That's how we're supposed to do it. Yeah, so subscribe to my channel, yeah, and I appreciate everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I even took a pause from responding to some of the questions because I had taken a break. I think normally if you're in an office, you'd put out like an out of office email, but in YouTube I can't do that. So I think if you just see me disappearing from YouTube, that's my out of office way of communicating. And so yeah, I had taken some time, and it's important for people to take some time, the time needed for you to like get back into yourself, and then be able to deliver what you need to deliver. So my baby's just back from work, and yeah, I wanted to reiterate what I just said. The people who are watching my content without subscribing, what do you have to say to them, baby?
You better subscribe now.
Oh, okay, that's a bit scary. Let's be friendly.
We would humbly ask that you would subscribe to my beautiful wife's channel.
What he said. Yes, what he said.
Yay!